All right, 30 seconds.
Did you put Pajama Boy?
Yeah, he's on right now. He's got 1 minute left. I guess I'll let him finish.
Yeah.
I'll let him finish first. He's only got a minute left. Maybe a tape or something. God damn it. Too much shit going on.
Don't blame Steve for that.
How's that?
Perfect.
Okay. All right, 19 seconds. You'll be off.
Okay.
10.
Is he off now?
Nope, 9 seconds.
Well, wait.
I am.
Are you putting a show or he's on?
He's going off right now. He's off. All right, now we're on. Let's see. Go.
Hello, Las Vegas. This is Rolando Larraz with Face the Tribune. Remember, if you have nothing to worry about, if you are not doing anything wrong, you can face the Tribune. But otherwise, be careful because we come after you. And before I start the show, I'd like to welcome my co-host, Mr. Clark Philly, and Mr. Producer, and we are going to, tomorrow we have a very, very good show. Tomorrow we're going to have Judge Melissa Zaragoza from Justice Court be our guest, and she's a very interesting lady. She's an active duty on what did I say? Air Force, right?
Introduced her for 3 today too.
Oh, why?
It's going to be on when we record it.
Oh, really?
We replay it tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So
be on
she's
twice.
going to be on today at 3:00. So if you cannot watch it at noon because you're too busy having lunch somewhere else, you can listen to her today. At 3:00, she's going to be.
And it'll be replayed tomorrow.
And then we replay tomorrow according to Mr. Producer over here.
So it's a
tomorrow
double
at
deal,
noon.
double shot.
And yeah, she's worth it. She's worth it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do that because tomorrow I'm gonna be off. So that's why we did that.
Well, what's the results from New York? Are you getting them in yet?
Nothing yet.
Nothing
yet. We have
Donald hasn't
another
called you?
3 hours to go.
Oh, okay.
Another 3 hours to go. We got three. It's 3:00 over there now. So, and we. But I'm not sweating too much about the New York.
the
I'm
polls
not, but politics are something that
You don't sweat?
you have to sweat sometimes.
Oh.
But politics is very, very poisoning specimen.
Corrupt.
I think I was writing that, and I don't know what article I wrote. Then, or I read, somebody wrote something, and they said the Nevada courts are corrupted, and I forgot what else, but I laugh about that. So that's what we have in a schedule for tomorrow, and today we need to talk about the New York, I'm gonna need some help with that New York thing because you have been in contact with Donald Trump and you can tell me. He was in Buffalo last night. He was in Buffalo last night. My friend Jerry Kashi told me that he was gonna have dinner with some guy, I forgot the name of the guy now, they're running for governor uh, against Como. He lost, of course, but
Was that in 12 or 14?
I don't remember. I didn't
Yeah.
ask him that, but I talked to Jerry yesterday. I think it was the day before yesterday, and I was surprised to hear that this guy that lived there in Buffalo, well established real estate, I guess tycoon also because he do business with Donald Trump. I don't know why he didn't win, but and now today I was watching Fox News and there was a guy in there that I don't know who dressed him, but he was not dressed. He's some kind of senator or some kind of probably campaign manager. He got red socks with a blue suit.
Who is he, the campaign manager?
I don't know who he was. I forgot. I didn't catch the name. I was writing an article. Actually, I was writing an article about you anyway. So, and and this guy, oh, he talked bad about Donald Trump, and I think he was Mitt Romney's campaign manager once.
Oh, well, that
But
explains a
that
lot.
explains.
Yeah.
I'm not
He
sure.
was probably in charge that last week of Romney's campaign, when Romney did such a good job by disappearing entirely in the last week of a
Do
presidential
you think
race.
he might want to, if the RNC is going to play tricks, you think, because they wanted Scott Walker to, and he said, no, I don't want to be the president. I'm
You
happy.
mean back in the last election?
No, here now
Oh,
they was trying to,
well, they wanted Romney. Didn't the RNC want Romney when he was running against Obama? You saying they didn't want Romney?
no, I'm saying now, they was talking about maybe Scott Walker was going, if the RNC
Oh, so they're
play
gonna,
game with Trump
or they're gonna,
play
they're
play
gonna just
game,
nominate Walker.
nominate Walker. But he said, no, I don't want to put that in your head. I don't want to be the president.
Oh,
I'm
good.
happy.
Well,
I'm happy. Okay,
Okay.
fine. If he's happy, because he is a continuation of John Bennett anyway. And
kind of.
but I thought maybe they wanted to put Romney, and Romney is dying to be a president, but he knows he cannot win. He can even win for duck catch,
I don't know. He sure disappeared the last time he ran. Jesus.
Yeah.
He had Obama on the ropes like no one I've ever seen. He looked a bit worse than George Foreman in Rope-a-Dope. And Obama looked like a dope. And then the second debate and third debate, where was Romney? Gonzo. Candy Crowley took over.
Yeah, that's probably,
Ridiculous.
yeah.
We need strength. We need someone exactly like Donald Trump. No BS, no crap. Say it like it is. That's it. Not politically correct. End of story. We're going to run this country the right way and we're going to be great again. Period. That's it. And I'm not taking any special interest money. End of story. Y'all can pack up and get the hell out. That's what we need.
Yeah,
The
that's
country's
all.
been starving for it for years now, like 50 years. We've needed a leader like this. Well, I say since Reagan. Reagan read a good script. He was a movie actor, and they gave him a script every day, and he read it perfectly. So that's the way he.
So
read it.
actually, they claim that Donald Trump is an entertainer. Maybe what we need is a president that is an entertainer.
Well, Donald Trump is not an entertainer, okay? He had a name.
He's a
and
producer.
Well, yeah, he's not and the show you're talking about, he may come in at the end of the show and pick the winner and losers and fire the losers and pick the winner, but that was it. It was, the show was about the candidates, not about him.
Right.
So he wasn't the friggin' actor. It was all the
Well, I
people
was
running.
just trying to find another excuse
Oh.
why I'm supporting Donald Trump.
No, you're supporting him for all the right reasons.
Yeah,
He's
I
a-
support it because I
He's not
believe
politically correct, is a good reason.
I believe that we need to have
Need strength. We need strength for America, and we need strength for the rest of the world too. Because right now we're a laughing stock. Putin laughs every day. He gets up in the morning and they gotta get him up off the floor because he's looking at the TV over the last thing Obama said, and he collapses on the floor in laughter.
yeah, and now he need I think he's looking to hire somebody to lift him from the floor. But I tell you one thing, I believe that he's the only person, he's smart enough. You know, I tell you, as much as I dislike Steve Wynn, okay, I believe that Steve Wynn best quality is he knew how to pick the people that work for him.
He's a delegator. Anybody
He
that's successful.
is unbelievable.
has to be a
Every one of
delegator.
the people from, I can't remember the name now, Bobby Sheldon, and all those people. I'm not talking about Bobby, the poker player, whatever his name. Baldwin.
He's MGM.
He's not. Yeah, he's not.
Well,
he
that
was not.
that was Win.
Yeah, he was Win, but Win needed. He didn't need Win. You know, Bobby was a person that Steve Wynn could never hire. He's too independent and too smart, too bright. He's a very, very sour person, but but you cannot deny the. I don't know how they can get along, the two of them, because well, I don't know. It's not my point is that he picked the right people to work in the right places.
And
Casino,
then a good delegator
hotel,
kind of has to pick the right people,
Yeah.
and then he kind of has to leave them alone. In other words, you accept your choosing of that person for a reason, and then don't try to second guess yourself. Let them do their job. You know, and I think Donald Trump does
Yeah,
that.
but don't goof, because when you goof,
Yeah.
oh my God, he know how to insult people.
Yeah.
He know how to insult people. But anyway, that's not. I think Donald Trump is the same way. You know, he have to be a good delegate
Well, he's
because
hired
he got so many
thousands.
properties.
He's hired thousands and thousands and thousands of people have worked for him. How come nobody, a past employee, disgruntled employee, somebody would be coming forward, wouldn't they, bad-mouthing him? Where are they? The ones that are doing the worst about him are Amargosa, the one that got fired from The Apprentice, and a couple other people that didn't win in The Apprentice. They're the only ones coming forward. They never worked for Trump. They were on the TV show.
Yeah.
Where are the workers that worked for Trump? Where are the complainers in that group? And there's thousands of them. How come there's no one coming forward?
There was only one guy over here in Las Vegas, and he was saying that Donald Trump abused people, but he was an ungrateful Mexican. Then
Oh, well, there you go.
He was.
He's an illegal immigrant, that's why.
I
Donald
don't
Trump's
know.
gonna kick him out.
I don't know.
And his children.
I don't know.
He's
if he
gonna
was.
kick out his anchor babies.
But you know, I was watching the Spanish television the other day. I went to visit my friend, the one that always watch the soap operas in Spanish, and but I got there early, and the news was on, and this guy was in Washington. That was Monday, I think it was the day then the Supreme Court was deciding.
Having the 90-minute discussion.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened in there. I don't know if
I don't think anything's happened
Oh,
yet
of
because
course
I heard
not.
him talking about.
Of course
the
not.
prediction is going to be a tie a 4-4 tie, which means nothing's gonna happen.
Anyway, this
and then
guy,
it's gonna go on till after the election.
his daughter was there talking, and he said, because my father is a hardworking man, he worked in the same place for 20 years. He worked hard, and he's tired to be in the shadow. How? Wait a minute. I am Cuban, but I'm not mentally retarded. And you are telling me that he worked in the same place for 20, it's what I've been saying all along. These people are not living in the shadow. They have driver's license, they got EIN number, they have jobs, they have credit, they have bank account. Where is the shadow?
Yeah, they probably have tax credits for earned income tax credits. I was hearing the other day, some lawyer called into some show, and he gets a lot of people in his office that are illegal aliens, and they bring over birth certificates of all these Mexican kiddies, and they get them registered here as living in their households here in the United States. They're not legal anything, but they're living in someone's house, so they're being supported supposedly by these immigrants. And then they file on their taxes that they get tax credits for all these people. So they get thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in tax credits from the government.
I also know a lady that is working, is collecting welfare and claiming 3 or 4 kids, I forgot, maybe 5. I'm not sure, so I'm not gonna exaggerate. Kids that have the same last name but belong to her brother-in-law, they are in Mexico.
Yeah, that's what I'm just talking about. All these kids aren't living here, they're in Mexico. All that's here is their birth certificates. And then they get a TIN number, it's called, tax identification number. In the United States, as a Mexican, you can get that. Anyone can file for that. And then they have like 10 people living in one house under this TIN number. All that's there is the TIN number because the kids are in Mexico. And the person here filing the paperwork is getting thousands of dollars from the government.
Yeah.
That's our illustrious, idiot, moronic leaders. That's what we have in office.
Yeah.
That's the type of people that we elect. Thieves, crooks.
Yeah.
But those 10, I guess the guy can vote for them too, probably. Because you can vote as an illegal alien, you don't have to identify yourself.
Please.
So,
As long as you are,
voting Democrat, you can vote.
as long as you have it, that's what I was gonna say, as long as you have a D at the end of your name,
Yep.
you know.
And you can vote. Harry Reid will put you right on the bus
And the
bring
D,
you right
and
to
the
the
D
polls.
is not for dead.
Well, a lot of them too. That doesn't disqualify you to vote as a Democrat.
Yeah.
That you're dead. That qualifies you to vote 6 times.
And you know, and I realize, I think what really bothers the people is very simple. They don't like to be taken for a fool.
Well, maybe.
Because let me tell you, there is a lot of illegal people from Greece, from China, from Japan, from Philippines. It's 1 million Philippines that are here and not legal in this country. But first of all, they don't make too much noise. Second one, they don't go out there demanding. That's what the people get upset about with the Mexican nationals. They demand. How can you demand when you're not here legal? You know, it's like me going to rob a bank and I said, I demand you to give me the right lawyer. I demand you to give me a defense. I cannot demand nothing. I'm committing a crime. How can I ask, how can I demand? If you ask me, maybe I give you something, but I always been that way, always. I don't like people to pressure me to do something. I don't like people to tell me, do this, you know. I don't like it. And I don't like people to demand from me.
Well, maybe the people are waking up and they're starting to have their voices heard.
That would be
And,
nice.
You know, because they're tired of the establishment's let us down for 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
And that's why we have a $20 trillion debt. I mean, and that's just the deficit. The debt, the unfunded liabilities is $200 trillion. Now, where are we gonna get $200 trillion? I think that exceeds the entire gross national product of the entire world. Where's the money gonna come from? Is that why we're going to Mars? Maybe there's like little gold bars hanging around up there or something? I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, but what
we're
good is
broke.
gonna do if we have the gold bar, if we don't have anybody to sell it to?
Yeah, that's true. I've always said that. What's the value of gold when the crap hits the fan and no one has any money? Who's gonna buy the gold?
That's right. You know, so, but anyway, I do have the opportunity to watch last night, no, Sunday night, I'm sorry, Sunday night I watched Chris Wall.
Yeah.
Chris Wall is, that guy made me sick.
Yeah,
you
me
know,
too now.
You know.
Every time I hear him now, he gets worse and worse. Terrible. I was watching MSLSDS last night because 10 o'clock at night there was nothing else on.
No, you already have all the reruns from Fox News.
Yeah, I'd already seen Newhart. That was a repeat. So, anyways, I had nothing to watch, and I accidentally flipped to. A lot of stations were off last night.
Really?
I tried to watch a couple stations, and they were just blank. So I don't know what was going on. So, anyways, I went to MSLSDS, and they had this. I don't even know. Never watched that show, so I don't know who the guy was. But here's the headline: when they're coming back, they were taking a break. Donald Trump's campaign in a just huge upset and turmoil, and be a different guy over there signing the checks, and this guy, whatever the guy with Fields, the guy that molested this reporter, you know, they were indicating that the big shakeup, you know. Well, they come back, there's no goddamn shakeup. He's still the manager, and this other guy.
Oh yeah, he's still.
There's no friggin' shakeup. No. They're acting like, oh, and then I forget who, some dwarf guy or whatever is making these statements about Trump is creating a political malpractice.
Lou Dobbs?
No.
Oh.
Trump is creating political campaign malpractice by, I don't know.
Oh, please.
By now he's saying that he's going to wine and dine all the delegates.
Why don't they come to Las Vegas and they're going to see what political campaign corruption is?
Right.
Come to Las Vegas. You know, everybody like to talk about corruption, but nobody come to Las Vegas and dig in. They got the money, they got the manpower, they got everything, you know, and they don't, no. I never forget, I told you this story, these people got some contact with some of the network. I don't remember, ABC, CBS, whatever the signals were. And they came over here, 9 o'clock in the morning. They called the contact in Las Vegas. We're here now, we're gonna meet at this time. We're gonna check into the hotel. At 12 o'clock, they called back and they said, cancel everything, we are leaving at 1 o'clock. What do you mean you're leaving at 1 o'clock? You already interview anybody? No, we're not going to interview anybody. And they got in the plane and left.
So they were coming here for what again?
Some kind of corruption, then
right, and they got stepped on, so they had to leave.
Yeah.
They got squashed.
I never knew who stopped them, you know. It's almost like, remind me in a different way, of course, when Ralph Lamb went to the state line and stopped all those
Right.
Those
He went to the
motorcycles.
Oh, that's right. He went to the airport too and turned around a bunch of mafia guys, didn't he? They were
Yeah,
flown in here for a little
yes.
convention.
A couple. Yeah. He went over to the state line and closed the road and told the
Hell's Angels. And,
I don't know who was, some kind of motorcycle guy.
right.
I said, if you behave, you can go. If you don't behave, I suggest you to turn around and leave. I don't remember what the outcome was, but I don't know.
They have the Hell's Angels, and I think they have the Outlaws or something.
Yeah.
I don't know the names of these motorcycle gangs, but they had quite a riot, I guess, one year in Laughlin. A couple shootings and whatever was going on.
Oh, no, but that was a couple years ago.
Yeah, that was just a couple
No,
years
no,
ago.
I'm talking about when
Yeah,
Ralph
no,
was
I
in
know,
jail.
that was back in the 70s or something.
His birthday was last, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but unfortunately he's gone. You know, he was a pretty good sheriff. You know, I made a mistake. I didn't support him, but
Well, the town was run by the organization then, wasn't it?
kind of, yeah, kind of,
So it was a different world.
yeah.
No crime was in Las Vegas
No
because they wouldn't
crimes.
allow it.
No crimes.
Yeah,
You want to kill somebody? Go out there to the state line.
Right, you had to wait for them to leave town. Any poor person that came here to rob somebody in a hotel room or this or that, at those years, they were in a lot of trouble because those people wouldn't be seen anymore, those trick artists or whatever. They'd be out in the desert growing
Oh,
daisies
yeah.
someplace.
Oh, yeah.
Because the mob wasn't gonna allow any of that.
I tell you, I never lock my door, my front door.
There was no crime.
No crime.
Yeah.
I left my car parked next to the Mint, which is part of the horseshoe.
With the
now.
keys in it.
With the key in it.
Yeah.
No.
No?
Not the
Oh,
key.
okay.
I had a camera, and I got, man, now you go back to get the car, and you probably, maybe you get lucky you got the car, but you
No
got
tires,
no
no
tires.
engine. I've driven around New York City on the outskirts, on the highways, and you'll see these cars parked next to the road. I don't know how long they've been there, probably for 20 minutes, and there's nothing left on the cars. Somebody gets a flat tire or whatever, they park their car, they go off to get some help. They come back and there's the only thing that's left there's the frame. Everything else has been, and in 10 minutes, gonzo.
They do that.
These cars pull up, these trucks, and they're looking for cars like that. They
Really?
pull up, they strip everything down. We've seen them on cameras, they've seen them on camera. Within seconds, the whole car's just stripped. Yep, and you're off down at a gas station trying to get a tire fixed.
When I used to drive to New York, well, first of all, I was in Miami. I take the auto train. I put the car in the train
Oh,
and I drive to.
that's a good way to travel.
Yeah,
like that.
and then I go. I think the auto train was only go to Washington. I
Had to
believe.
be a long train for every person if they brought a
Oh,
car.
not
Jeez.
everybody,
Oh.
not everybody has a train. But it was comfortable. You put the car in there, you play
Yeah.
cards, you eat,
Right.
you drink if you're a
Right.
drinker. When you realize, you sleep too.
Probably
So
go to the brothel car.
when you're gonna drive from Washington D.C. to Philadelphia or somewhere like that, you're still fresh and you can shave, And I used to leave my car at the Bronx because the guy who used to be my dentist in Cuba owned a gas station in the Bronx.
Well, that's quite the combination.
Well, he owned it, he didn't work it. He became a dentist in New York. And I used to leave my car there. They can check it out, check the oil, this and that. I don't know anything about that. So take the subway to my hotel on Madison Square, 46 and Broadway, and that's I don't have any problem by car because I won't be able to drive in New York.
Yeah, you're crazy to try to drive in New York.
You know,
and no place to park, or if you do find a
Oh,
place to park.
and then you park in one side of the
$40 a
street
minute.
one night, and the next night you
Oh,
have
yeah.
to park in the other side of the street. Oh my God, you need to have a memory like, I can't believe how you do it. One day you park in this side of the street, the next day, because most of the streets are like a small street, so you cannot occupy both sides of the street. I used to stay at the Edison Hotel, and then I got a good deal at the Century Paramount, and they had a nice coffee shop over there. I always look for a coffee shop. I like to drink coffee and I like to eat apple pie. And breakfast is very important, you know.
Coffee and apple pie
Yeah.
for breakfast. Yeah.
Oh no, not for breakfast,
Well, the apple's like fruit.
but I
Why
used
not?
to
And,
I used to meet people in that coffee shop, and
Oh.
you know, it was a small little coffee shop inside the hotel, but it was convenient for me, and I got a good deal for the room, you know, and then we got an apartment over there, and
150 square feet.
an apartment.
Yeah.
No, it was I think it was 2-bedroom apartment.
Oh,
And,
so 200 square feet.
it was 8th Avenue and right there by CBS Studio.
Wow.
8th Avenue and 56 or something like that. And, but it was for the company, it was not for me alone. So sometimes somebody else was there already, and either you share the apartment or you go to a hotel, one of the two.
Right.
You know, it depended who got there first.
Right.
So, but otherwise, I love New York. I love New York. I don't know if I can live there, but
Oh, I can't stand cities.
huh?
I can't stand cities.
No?
No.
So what are you doing in Las Vegas?
Well, it wasn't a city when I got here. There was less than 200,000 people lived
Yeah,
in Las Vegas.
I know. And that's what we was talking about yesterday. You know, you walk into a hotel, they know, well, I think it was, 7 hotels?
Yeah, there may have been a few more than that, but the big ones, the well-known ones, Caesars, the Dunes, the Flamingo.
Yeah, but
Sands,
that's not the
Hesidia.
big ones anymore.
No, I'm going back
Then
to the 70s.
Kerkorian built the Las Vegas International
Yeah,
on 69, that was before your time.
not by much. And then I remember in the 70s, there was a hotel in Leningrad, in Russia, I guess it was, that had 3,000 rooms. It was like a motel today. And that was the biggest hotel in the world. Well, then Kerkorian started off, and then the MGM and this and that. And pretty soon, not in pretty short order, we had 10 of the largest hotels in the world in this town. And I think we still hold that record, bar any. I mean, not even close. We go, what's the city center now? And MGM's got what, like, I don't know, 7,000 rooms or something, 8,000? I don't know, it's crazy.
I don't know how they can fill it up.
Well, it's like a friggin', I mean, you talk about a cash register and cash flow, good God. They're like cities, you know? Every cash register in the place ringing off the hook like crazy.
Huh?
Cash flow's astronomical. When
Yeah.
they built the Mirage, remember the talk was he needed $1 million a day to cover overhead. $1 million a day just to pay the help and everything, and the light bill and so forth.
The interest
$1 million a day.
The interest of what?
on the loan.
Well,
$1 million?
He needed $1 million a day to break even.
To
And
operate.
everybody
to
thought that was
operate.
crazy, you know. Now it's probably, I don't know, $20 million a day.
And then, that's what happened. Mirage opened and then somebody, I think it was the MGM, want to beat the Mirage, and the Mirage opened another place, want to beat the MGM. And I used to wonder, say, how can they fill up this room?
Well,
How can they do it?
when I came to town in '72, I worked at the Dunes, and we would be full every single night, even during the week.
Yeah.
Then about '73-ish in that neighborhood, the MGM opened up across the street from the Dunes.
Yeah.
Now we weren't full every day during the week. We were full on the weekends, but during the week, on Tuesday or Wednesday, we might have had, maybe we were 95% instead of 100. Okay? Then after about a year of the MGM being open, maybe not that long, then we were full every single day again. So what happens is, if you pay attention, all the hotels have a reservation office. And the amount of rooms that they turn down is astronomical, because they're full, 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 full. And if you took track of how many rooms they turned down, that's how many more rooms the town could support. So what happens is they build these other monster hotels, and that allows more people to come, and they just fill it up. And then now, here you go again.
And I
Now every
remember-
place is full.
And I remember when the hotels have offices in Los Angeles,
Yep, yeah.
in Beverly Hills,
Yeah.
Miami,
Dunes had one in Beverly Hills.
yeah, and Jaime Lazar was one of the junketeers
Yeah, we used
from
to bring in
Miami.
the junkets.
Huh?
Howie Engel was from the Miami. Howie Engel,
Yeah,
and he was kind of connected. And one day when Schenker was running the hotel, he had a little thing go on with a crap table where he called off a roll in the middle of the roll, and the Miami junket was there, and they didn't like that. Howie Engel went across the street to the MGM and said, "I'm Howie Engel, and I'm a little pissed off at the Dunes. Where have you been? We've been waiting for you." So the entire Miami junket checked out of the hotel and went to the MGM, and that was it. We lost that junket because of Schenker's brilliant management. He
Wow.
pissed off one of the crap players, and they lost the entire group. And that made us millions a year, the Miami people.
yeah, but I tell
Schenker
you,
wasn't a gambler. He did not know how to run a casino at all. He didn't have the mindset of a gambler.
he didn't know how to be a lawyer either.
No, he didn't really. He didn't need to know. What lawyer needs to know how to be a lawyer? All he needed to know is how to be a crook. And he was very good at that.
Yeah, that's
Schenker
true.
was the best crook in the world. I was gonna do a business deal with him after I left the Dunes. We were gonna open up a restaurant at the new tower they were building. I came to town with my partners, and we flew in all night. We looked over the contracts and this and that, and then Schenker said, "Well, why don't you go take a nap or whatever, you know, you've been flying all night long." So we went to take a nap. We came back down and met in his office at 4 o'clock that afternoon, and my partner started looking at the contract, and they said, "Well, this isn't what we do, you know." Come to find out, he changed the contract while we were sleeping and tried to pass it off, and we got back. "Here, okay, everything's okay, just sign here, sign there." And he changed the whole contract while we weren't there. So my partner ripped it up, threw it in his face, and said, "Thanks for nothing," and left.
So he was a good lawyer.
He was a crook. You call that a good lawyer? He was a lawyer,
He was a
that's
lawyer,
for sure.
you know, but no, I tell you, they used to, I love the idea that, first of all, I don't know why you was not going to be 90%, 95% occupancy when half of the rooms were complimentary.
Well,
you
not
know.
half, but 20%, let's say, maybe.
You know, I remember the signs.
But a room was $20. you know,
No.
back in the 70s, yeah.
In the Stardust maybe, but not in the dunes.
dunes. Tell me about it.
Really?
Not the tower, but back there in the back, we had those
well,
rooms,
yeah.
the 3-story buildings around the pool.
Yeah,
They were $20, and the tower was only like 28 or 30.
Yeah, that was Hell Kitchen. That's what it was.
Yeah, really.
No, it's like the science. You know, the science was always. That's the way Las Vegas was. That's why people
The
don't.
Saints
That's
had
why
what?
I
Originally,
cannot.
they had 400 rooms, maybe at the most.
No, and they had the tower too. You know.
But that wasn't a very big tower.
I don't remember how big the tower is.
I think
because
the dunes when I got there had 800 rooms. It was
I always like when I used to stay at the Aladdin. I stay in the cottages in the back.
Yeah, those
In
are
the sands. I stay by the pool, the little
Right.
cabanas over there.
Yeah.
You know, because I can walk to the coffee shop without being seen or anything. You know, I like it. I like that, but the idea or the science was then the people come over there and they blew the money and and the tables. It's like you got a free room and you got a free meal and you got a free drink and even free cigarettes.
And if you won and your time was up, you just stayed over until the money was gone. Then you'd leave town.
Yeah, that's right. So
Right.
the free, it was not free.
No, of course not. But you had a good time because you came to gamble.
Yeah,
And
it's
when
like
the money was gone, you'd
the
leave.
free is like free speech nowadays.
Right.
It's not free.
But now when the corporations came in, they wanted to make a profit on everything. All the
Everything.
food, the shows,
I don't
the this,
forget.
the that, and that ran a lot of people off.
I never forget. I was at the Sands one night, and this guy was playing big, and that was right after Howard Hughes bought it. And the wife ordered a Coke, plain Coke, no drink, plain Coke, and a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
And they charged her $10.
No way.
The guy got all his chips. He tipped the lady that brought the cigarette, and he tipped the lady who brought the drink. He picked up all his chips. He didn't say nothing at all. Went to the cage, cashed the chips,
Well, somebody screwed up.
and
because
went to the Dooms to play there.
I don't think they ever, back in the 70s anyways, they didn't charge anybody for anything.
That was right after Howard Hughes bought the place. Howard Hughes, in my opinion, I'm not a gambler. I never been a casino person. I don't particular. I had a friend that told me one day, I said, go and get crap table, dealing, and learn to deal crap. Learn to deal crap. No, why?
You're a crap dealer, you can go anywhere.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, I never did. I never appealed to me that kind of never. But anyway, I forgot why I was saying that. I don't know. Forget about it. I never been too much of a really punching in and punching out, and I don't like to have a guy behind me watching every move I make, and and that guy could have put me in a very, very good hotel dealing, and maybe even
You're a dealer, when you go on break, you have to go like that and hold your hands up to the cameras, you have to clap your hands, that means you don't have chips in your hands, I get it. So all these little tricks,
yeah. And but I never did care for, and this guy could have put me. I could have been a casino manager. Well, not that bad, but
Well, the best jobs to have are kind of like I had probably one of the first ones where I was more or less like a casino host. I took care of VIPs.
Yeah.
That's the best job in the world because you get to know the VIPs, the big gamblers, and then you can go anywhere. Nobody can screw with you then because these gamblers follow you.
yeah,
So they
Yeah,
call
that's
you
true.
and they want to come to town, and man, you talk about juice. Then you walk on water. Then you
Yeah.
can tell everybody, my boss didn't like me because I made all the money. I made way more than he did. He was a flunky, right? So he fired me. On the third time that he fired me, he got fired because he kept getting told
he
you
fired
can't-
you 3 times.
Yeah, you can't fire him. His boss told him you cannot fire that guy, so don't even try. Well, he didn't listen. He fired me the third time. He had an hour to get out of his office. So they packed him up and out he
He's
went.
lucky. He's lucky he got an hour to get out of the
Yeah,
office.
really. He's lucky he got out.
I know somebody that went to open the office and the key didn't work.
Right. Oh, yeah. Politics and
The
casino
key don't work.
business as well.
And let me tell you, this is a story that I tell people and they don't believe me. It was on a Friday night. It was the guy's birthday. They have a big party for him in the pool. A girl coming out of the cake, the old thing, drinks and mariachis and everything else. He was a casino host. Everybody, happy birthday, Monday morning he came to work and the key didn't work. And I guess they put some kind of alarm because as soon as the key didn't work, 2 security guards came in.
Wow.
You don't work here no more.
Wonder what the hell he did.
Nothing. He didn't do nothing. He went to work at the Aladdin. I think it was the Aladdin. No, the Tropicana.
Just
The
not
Tropicana.
somebody.
I tell you who the guy was when we go off the air.
I've never heard of a host getting in any trouble. They could do anything they wanted to.
No. You have to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's what it is.
We had
And that
a
guy
guy-
has connections. He got the junket from Detroit. He got the junket from Boston. He was. They used to call him Mister because he was a serious junketeer. And I guess
Because of my situation with this cashier check business, I do a lot of research. And there's a guy named Alan Bourne that used to come to town. And he did a deal with a cashier's check at the Hilton that he went to his bank in California. He got $1 million cashier's check. He came, he deposited at the Hilton Hotel, and he gambled and he lost his ass. So he called his bank and said he lost a check someplace. He doesn't know where it was. So he was a customer there at the bank, so they paid him again. Right, well now the hotel comes up with a check saying they want the money for the check. So anyways, a big deal comes out of it. He ended up going to court. He got convicted, and I think he got a 1 or 2 year sentence. Well, the other night I was looking up the name because I wanted to find out something about that particular case. And man, there were 6 or 7 more cases on this guy. The last thing he got hit for was out of the Rio, and it's a 7-year term with Harris, I think owned the Rio at the time or whatever. So he went to jail for 7 years for the same type of scamming. And there was a pit boss named Goff or something there that was taking care of this guy as a high roller, and they had a hotel in Orleans, and they invited this guy. They sent the plane for him, the jet, and he came up with a bunch of people and so forth, and they went to the Orleans. I guess the Super Bowl was there or whatever. So they got him tickets for the Super Bowl and this and that, and then flew him back supposedly to Vegas, and the guy ended up getting the plane to take him home and he never paid any of the markers. He never paid any of the markers, and this was from before, and the hotel still catered to the guy, and the pit boss still catered to the guy.
wow.
So I mean, there's always deals that, and these high rollers that lose $1 million, they don't pay $1 million. They go have a sit down and they end up paying something of the $1 million, but they don't pay the million. So that's all BS too,
Yeah.
And so there's all kinds of games played. But
Well, I know a case of a guy from Venezuela. he came over, he lost, and they could not collect the money. And every time they sent somebody over there to collect the money, the person disappeared. I don't know if he died or
Oh,
disappeared.
the hotel person disappeared.
Yeah. So this guy, this Cuban guy,
Oh,
that
man.
was new in the business, he said, I go there and collect the money.
Right,
You know.
right.
Well, let me tell you a real quick story. This is something that only the people that live here in the 60s and the 70s can relate to. He figured he'd take a vacation, go to Venezuela, and spend a week or week and a half over there. I think that's all they allow to, a week to collect the money and come back. And he's sitting over there, having a cup of coffee, having a good time. He run into this guy that his father was, this guy recognized him and he said, you are so-and-so's son, right? He said, yeah. He said, oh, I owe your father my life. And he told the story and everything, and the guy was a pretty wealthy guy in Venezuela, very well known. And he said, well, what are you doing over here? He said, well, I came over, I work for this hotel and, in Las Vegas, and a guy then he owed money to the hotel, and I can collect the money from nowhere. He said, who's the guy? I know almost everybody. He said, this guy. And he said, oh, that's my partner. That's my partner. And he said, come over, I give you a check.
Yeah, well, that's
And,
lucky.
Well, I'm lucky. I think the guy made a deal, and he keep some of the cash.
Sure.
And then when he go there with two-thirds of the money, well,
He's a hero.
he's a hero. So he became
Yeah.
a famous casino host.
Right.
He wasn't even a junketeer anymore. He was a casino host,
We used to bring in these Mexicans, these DC-10s, like two of them at a clip. One from Mexico City, one from Valladolid, whatever.
Yeah, I know
And-
what you
and,
talk about.
And full of Mexicans, and man, oh man, did they spend the money like crazy. And then I was sitting on a beach in Hawaii one
Yeah, but
day.
they
and
play games like hell.
Oh my God!
They play
yes,
games. They borrow money and then they don't gamble.
Devalue the peso,
Yeah.
and man, oh man, they would bring literally suitcases full of dollars into the United States, and they'd buy property in San Diego and wherever.
Yeah, and
then they go back.
they take markers and buy
And then
property.
they devalue the peso, and then the hotel gets stuck, for the money. And man, it's a big scam.
Yeah.
But they had the money, so you had to cater to them. If the hotel's going to come out on top for whatever amount they come out on top, that's fine. And they give away everything. They give away the airfare, the meals, the rooms, everything. Just a chance to get some money.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore.
Now to get a comp is an act of the Supreme Court.
And that's a tie, according to our illustrious president. The Supreme Court's a tie. How can the Supreme Court of Justice system be a tie? What does he mean tie?
So are we having a wake up call today?
I don't know. We didn't have one yesterday. We had an old one. One of the archives jobs.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he wasn't available. He was the rock star. He
Oh,
was
so we have to
someplace performing. I
we have to
guess.
deduct it from his salary?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, okay.
I
But,
marked it on his
How
card.
much time we got? 1 minute?
1 minute.
Okay. So folks, don't forget, in 1 minute, no, in 6 minutes, wake up call with Steve Dempsey, and at 2 o'clock, Clark Philly with the Herd. And if you didn't hear from the Herd, then you're missing something.
You haven't been heard, so wake up.
That's right, wake
You
up.
need to get woken up during Steve's show. That's the wake up call. And then the heard, and you need to be heard. Now that you're woke up, you need to be heard. So that's
Okay,
the system, anyways.
so did you read that thing that I left in the computer?
Yes,
Is any corrections?
yes.
Oh, really?
The last sentence needs a little work.
Really?
But
Why?
that's it. The rest of it's excellent. Because it's wrong.
Don't you think this is supposed to be the editor's?
Yeah, but the facts need to be right.
Oh, okay. Okay. Why?
You're entitled
Why?
to your own editing, but not
Why?
your own facts.
Why the fact have to be right?
No, that's true. Yeah.
I'm writing the
The
article.
court
I do
system
the
sure as
facts.
hell ain't right, that's for sure. They're not facts.
You don't have to be right when you go to court if the judge is in your side.
Right, exactly.
Thank you for listening, folks. And tomorrow, don't forget, Judge Melissa Zaragoza is going to be here.
And here at 3 o'clock.
And here today at 3 o'clock also. So.
A double deal.
She is a good judge. You need to listen to what she has to say because you need to vote for her. Ay, 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 ay.